Welcome back. You are listening to the Socially Awkward Pod with me, Brandon.
Me, Shanice.
And Daniel. And we are dying.
Yeah.
We literally just came back from EP. Not literally.
No, definitely not literally. Because we wouldn't look this fresh if that was the case.
No, you call this fresh?
Well, I feel a little bit fresher.
Daniel, you should be fresh. You left on Sunday night.
Actually,
You left on Sunday night. Like, you were
left
back
a
at full
few hours
40.
after me.
Yeah, well,
I left at like 2 a.m. on Sunday night.
yeah, and Shanice left 2 hours before me and didn't tell me.
I know. I felt so bad. No, we had plans the night before, so we said it in Jay and Michaela's tent. We were like, right, so this is the plan for tomorrow. But it was that morning that we were leaving. It was Monday morning that we were leaving, and we packed up all our stuff. I was trying to remember everything. You know what I'm like? I'm an overthinker, like over panicker, everything.
Very
anything over
organised,
everything. And I was like trying to remember everything. We packed all our stuff up and we left, and we got to the car park, and I was like, me and Ashley both looked at each other and we're like, Brandon.
It was like a Home Alone moment, like, Brandon!
I was like, Brandon, where's Brandon?
Kevin!
And I felt so bad. I sent him a message. I was like, are you awake? And I gave him like a few minutes and I was like, we're at the car park and we just realised that we got
I
here.
gave a few minutes like, fuck that.
Yeah, no, I woke up. Sorry, I woke up to the sound of like the notification, and it was just like, "Hey B, we're in the car park. Get home safe." And I was like,
safe travel.
"Sorry,"
You
and I'm
packed
just.
around?
No. So I was just now in a field in this tent on my own because I was in the tent with Daniel. Daniel got home the night before.
Bad.
I was like, what the fuck do I do now?
So
and I had to wait for my manager because my manager was coming home in the car with me. But it was grand. Do you know the way, like, in the moment you're just like, oh fuck this, but then like it's not a big deal. We're all going the same direction anyways. Like, we'd just be walking to the car park together and you get over. But yeah, I have to say,
I think
EP.
we were all very fragile yesterday though, so emotions were very high.
Oh yeah, just
Like,
very emotionally drained.
Are so heavy.
Still has all the bands. He's delighted with his life.
What do all them rappers be like? I got 4 bands.
We can go band for band.
Oh, sorry.
So we're going to do a little shout out. No, anyway, but yeah, the circulation is cut off the wrist. I haven't felt my wrist since Tuesday, but I just love it. Like, I just...
Daniel's arm's just like a squashy. His hand's red and the rest of his arm is just white.
Not
Daniel's
even red.
just-
Didn't even get a colour. My fucking nose burnt. That was about it.
That is just
Raging,
that
yeah.
bitch with all them bands. He's like flexing on these all.
I'm walking up to every guy. Hey,
Let me in.
VIP. Up there, VIP. Hello, I'm not waiting any longer. Hello. I'm not getting any younger either. I'm skinnier.
Come here, lads. Did you just have any weird interactions over the weekend?
Oh.
Did you?
Oh, no, not even a weird interaction, right? But you know the way your tent and Jay and Michaela's tent were like right beside each other?
Yeah.
So at one point during the day, me and Ashley went to look for the both deals. So we went back, which we thought was your tent, and Ashley grabbed no, I'm not telling you what. Like, Ashley grabbed the side of this person's tent, felt like a head and started shaking and saying, "Are you awake?" And then opened the zip and it was a completely different tent, and she looked at me, she was like, "That's not them." And I was like, "Which tent is theirs?" I forgot that you were like 1 and 2, and we like did that to the third tent. I couldn't stop laughing. It was so funny. She was mortified. I was like, how did you even manage that?
Jesus goes full on. Went up to this tent, grabbed someone's head in the tent and started like a bobblehead.
Imagine just a random hand just coming into your tent and just being like, "Ah, yeah, wait."
But what'd she say? Your woman was just like, "Excuse me."
Oh, I kept doing that though on the first day because we got down before Jay and Michaela, and I kept thinking that it was the tent on our, so they were the tent on the left and I kept going into the tent on the right thinking it was their tent, so I kept unzipping it and I kept forgetting that it wasn't there when it was the one beside us.
Yeah.
Oh, but it was so funny.
Yeah, Brandon was like, "Come on, Jay and Michaela are in here," and started zipping up other people's tents. So I was like, "That's not their tent."
I rang Michaela at one point. I was like, "Do you want to see our tent?" And I started recording it. It was someone else's tent.
But to be fair to us, we had the best weekend.
Oh, it was so
Picnic, didn't we?
Good. Did I tell you I fell in the shower?
You fell in the shower?
Yeah, I don't know how. I thought I was going. Oh, lads, I like literally shit myself. Right, it was one of them really embarrassing
Did you clean
moments.
it up? I'm joking.
I slipped in the shower.
How did you
And lads, I panicked, right? I literally like planned out everything that was going to happen. I was like, as I was falling, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to fall, I'm going to boot that door wide open, I'm going to be landing on the moment, because the queues in the showers were like literally down the whole campsite. I was like, I'm literally going to be like sitting here on the floor, like something off Babe Station, and everyone is going to see me in the nip. But luckily, I did boot the door, but nothing happened. I was like, fair play. Went up to your man after 10 doors are very good.
Yeah,
That was that far.
Are you sure you locked the door? That's probably why you didn't open, is it? You locked the door when you were going for a shower.
When you lock the door, it doesn't open.
Yeah, but I thought it was,
work.
you know, like the force of me falling and booting my feet at the door to stop me fall. I thought I was going to kick the door
Did you
open.
slip?
Yeah, I slipped on. Do you know the actual like drainage yoke,
Yeah.
the silver thing? I don't really remember. Had my heel on it. My heel just went underneath me.
This is just
I broke
this
my
is
neck.
something that only
But
happens
then I
to
was
you.
like,
Yeah.
but I was banging off all the walls and I was getting claustrophobic
People
in there.
were
And
like, what's going on in there?
the whole yoke's rocking me, just pushing me. Moral of the story. There is no moral to the story, but just be careful. But I think it was how I hate to be Brandon right now, but it's not even bad. It just don't know about you love glamping and all.
Yeah.
I just loved it. They're looking like that.
Where are you going with this?
Yeah. No, because I loved glamping. Don't know about you're like, oh, I need a fucking. You need glamping, and I was like, oh, I actually wouldn't mind being out in general camping.
Do you know
I
what
was
it
like-
is? I think like once you do the glamping 1 year, you just won't go back. I feel like that's the mentality that an awful lot of people have. But we
Yeah.
were very, very lucky that we got into the glamping now this year, because I think they got rid of a campsite
Yeah.
and it was just extra glamping.
We took it. Sorry.
Sorry. But right as well, the fact that me and you and Jay Michaela were like right next door as well, so like we were just sitting outside,
so
we were chilling.
handy.
It was so handy. We were high on vibes there on Saturday. We were just sitting around in a circle playing a bit of music, and to be honest with you, that's the highlight of my weekend, not
Yeah.
even any of the acts.
Yeah, we had a
Aw.
perfect corner for us to all sit. And we only found on the second day, but we were just like,
We're like, we'll all just congregate here
yeah,
and
and it was
sit
so
and chill.
good.
And we
we
missed
literally didn't
the
even want to
rain.
go. We missed Lorraine. I feel like I didn't see anyone this weekend.
I know.
Mr. Wolftowns, Daniel set. Daniel performed at EP
Daniel performed
at the same time as the Wolftowns.
I know.
And we went and seen that.
I was on at the same time as the Wolftowns, Bambi Tug, really, and Teddy Swims.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we were the most popular tent outside the main arena.
No, lads, I have to say, like, we were only going to stay for probably about 20 minutes because Daniel was in the group chat texting us being like you can come for a bit and then go over to see the Wolftowns because that's where everyone was going. But I think once we got there, we were just like,
It was
we
actually
kind of
really
like it
good.
here. Like, this is
Yeah.
really cool.
So proud
It
of
turned
you.
out really good.
It was
Yeah.
so good. So
You
so
should
good.
be so proud of yourself. You performed at Electric Picnic.
So did you.
No, I
Hello.
didn't. Oh yeah.
Shanice
Catch
was
me
on
next
stage.
year.
Smirnoff.
Yeah, Brandon, we need to get you up there next year.
We are going to be doing a live podcast EP next year. Speak it into
Manifesting it.
existence.
And then the
Manifest.
over
Saying it
18
now.
show next year. Trying to stand at the door.
But you know what was actually so cool was seeing Miriam and Lauren's podcast. Like the tent was just absolutely packed out, and I was so happy for
It
them as well.
was.
Yeah.
It was actually ran out for them. Fair play, girls.
Smash it.
I walked in, the first thing I heard was Jim Flano shifting on longitude, and I was like, right back out. But no, they actually had it packed. They had
It was packed. Yeah, no, they were up on stage, and then obviously me, like I stick out like a sore thumb because I'm 6'6", so
Are you?
she was doing. Yeah, kept that quiet, didn't I?
That's the
up
first
there now.
thing.
They're
That's the
lovely.
first thing everyone says to you when they meet you. I didn't think you'd be this tall.
No, do you know
Everyone.
what it is, right? Anytime people like recognise us in public, they'll always like, if they don't want to say anything to us, they'll, like the thing you'll always hear is, "That's your man off TikTok. That's your man off TikTok." And everyone just goes, "The fucking size of him." He's silly huge. Like,
You should see when I'm walking around town with Neve. Like everybody knows Neve as like Nevo, and then there's me. So like they'll see me and they'll be like, "Oh, geez, there's that fella sitting next to me."
Yeah.
It's like TikTok, Nevo,
Yeah.
like that, and it's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, but the height difference between you and Neve is
Oh
mad.
my god, it's
I
mad.
hate
It's like
standing
big
beside
cook, little
Brandon
cook.
because he makes me literally look 5'5".
What?
Every time I'm in a picture with Brandon or a video of Brandon and I'm standing beside him, I always have to comment saying, "I swear I'm 5'11".
Are you 5'11"? Yeah.
5'11", 5'11" and 3/4.
I didn't know anything.
Oh, that's so
Oh, we should have done
funny.
that as a trend on the
That
pod.
is so.
But I stuck out like a sore thumb in that tent and anyways at Minefield. And so Lauren was doing a scan in the room, right? And she was like, "Oh, look at the amount of people here." Brandon! Everybody just sorted their head. It was like, "Hi." But it was really funny and great crack. So fair play to the girls.
Smashed it. It's so
Nice
good
thing.
to see.
How did it feel being on stage?
Sorry, yeah,
Oh
we
my God,
completely skipped
lads.
past that. I'm sorry.
Mad. It's like we were on the Smirnoff stage because I went with Smirnoff this weekend, and it wasn't like planned around. Dave Tracy obviously had a set, and then we were up on stage, and he brought me into that like little box thing, and pointed to the decks and was like, "There's your song. Are you ready?" And I was like, "Hold on a second, what?" And I was like, "Yeah." Just, I think in the moment it's better to do it that way, so I don't have time to overthink it and be like, "Oh, I don't know whether I want to do it or not."
So true.
Just straight away, just do it.
Oh yeah, so I turned around for 5 minutes, and then when I look back, you were just up on stage
I
doing your
know.
song. But I didn't even see you. Like initially, I just heard your song. I was like, "There's Shanice's song," and I see him like leg it off into the crowd because I didn't have like a direct view of the stage, so I
Yeah.
couldn't see. I was just like, "Oh, there's Shanice's song," and then I turn around and you're up on stage. I know, but it's insane.
Mad. That was a great spot.
Oh,
wasn't
it was hopping.
huge.
So,
The amount
so
of
good.
people
Because
that
it used
were
to
at.
be, it Used to be Pasta Bacardi.
Casa Bacardi.
Casa Bacardi. And that was always such a good stage. This year.
Blessed Madonna was at it this year.
And even the Coke Studio this year, they had fucking unreal acts though.
Everything.
Unreal. I think every stage popped off this year.
Yeah.
I was actually delighted. There wasn't you could literally stand anywhere in Electric Picnic and you'll have a vibe either way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I love about it. Like, I love going off and exploring though.
I was just about to say that you go through the woods, you go through all the little, what was it, trailer? The
Trailer Park, Salty
Trailer
Dog.
Park.
Trenchtown. I love all that stuff. I think it's so cool.
Is Salty Dog a hot dog place?
No,
No,
it's
it's
just
like
a
a
stage.
Is that
like an area kind
What's the
of.
name of the hot dog place though, isn't
Is
it?
it?
Salty Dog.
Is it?
No, Shake Dog.
That's
Shake
what
Shack.
it is.
Is that what it's called?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's like a stage. Salah was there actually.
No way.
Salah was on the stage. He was very good.
It's amazing seeing all the emerging artists as well though, isn't it?
Jazzy
Like-
on the main stage.
Oh my
unreal.
God.
So
I think that was our
good.
best set, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I love
genuinely, we were there from start to finish. We went, got pizza beforehand because we were starving, and then ate the pizza on the way to see Jazzy. And oh my God, she had such a huge turnout, and especially for opening the main stage at Electric Picnic, that was phenomenal. Like absolutely incredible.
It was really good. I think, like, I love, like, because obviously Jazzy would, like, down his house and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and Jazzy does always be in the tents, which I think does suit it because I think that music fits the atmosphere of being in a tent, and it
Yeah.
just sounds better and it feels better. Like last year she was in
The Electric
Arena, but
Yeah.
she's just in too much demand. Like last year you couldn't even get into the Electric Arena.
Yeah,
So main stage it was, but I just think it was brilliant.
what a way to
So
open
good.
Electric Picnic. Like, Miss Girl got moves.
Who was your favourite acts over the weekend?
Calvin Harris.
Oh, Calvin Harris. I had Casey Campion up on my shoulders for Calvin Harris.
Yeah, he nearly dislocated his knee.
So I was in the crowd with Casey Campion and Laura Murta, and it was my fault. I asked them, did they want to come up on my shoulders? I heard Feel So Close. I was pissed drunk and I was like, you know what? This needs to be a core memory. Casey, get up on my shoulders. And I can't remember which one it was, but when I say, like, when I put them down and my knee just like slammed off the ground,
Oh,
and I heard a crack and I was like, fuck, what is that? But you know when you're too drunk that you're just numb.
yeah.
Like,
And you don't feel it till the next
you
day.
don't feel it until the next day. So then when I woke up, I did a big stretch and I was like, what the fuck is that? You remember me, I was in agony. But
Oh.
then I got a breakfast bap and I was fresh.
Yeah, literally Brandon was like, lads, I can't go anywhere. We're like, I can't breakfast paps. Okay. I went through about 6 potholes during the whole weekend. I swear to God, I literally, on the way to Peggy U, I nearly snapped my whole ankle in half. Ankle. Nearly broke my whole ankle. I mean, it broke my ankle so many times that weekend. It probably is broke.
There was so many people at EP that completely blew up during lockdown.
Yeah, actually.
I don't know where that was going. I was like, what?
So
Like,
many people
crowds,
at
like,
That like they got their start during lockdown and now they have all these, like yourselves included.
and yourself included.
But like performing at EP and
Yeah.
they have this big massive audience now, like Garen, prime example.
Yeah, his tent was like packed this weekend.
Absolutely packed. It looks
Rightly
unreal.
so.
All these
Some man.
people now were blowing up like kind of over the past 4 years, but most of them like during that kind of lockdown period.
When I was in school, when COVID started like becoming a thing, like what would have been like the end of 2019, wasn't it?
No,
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like start of 2020 was when it became like a problem.
Yeah.
So like the end of 2019, I told my teachers, I was like, I'm not coming in because there's a virus going around, and they all laughed at me. And then like it was like a few weeks later, the school's closed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know what way to take this, but I don't know if I want under lockdown. I loved lockdown though.
I did as
I
well.
felt like it's a lot of time to like character development
Yeah.
or something. Do you know what I mean? Like just
It made me so lazy though.
Going back to the whole school of it all though for a minute, like I'm kind of raging because I didn't go into school, like talking about not being in school, I didn't go into the school on the day that lockdown like started and everybody got to go home early, so like I don't really have that last memory of school. Do you?
I mitched the last day of school.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
I was snapping. I remember I was in town playing pool, and when my mate texted me, he was like, yeah, we're all after getting sent home. School's finished.
I say I remember the announcement.
And I was like, kid, you up? Like, doesn't count then.
I think it was supposed to be closed for like 2 or 3 weeks in the beginning.
Yeah, it
And
was 2
then-
weeks.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks.
And then it was extended.
In 2 years.
Isn't that crazy how we've lived through something like
How
that?
long was lockdown?
A year or two?
That's great.
Was
all
it?
the restrictions
I
were
lost my
officially lifted in like the start of 2022, so like close to 2 years.
Remember we were all loving our life in the beginning and being like, oh my God. And it was almost like the weather knew we were going into lockdown because it was the nicest weather we'd ever
ever
And
had.
it was like March. It was like March through till July that we had non-stop sun.
I was on the phone with Shanice today, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's lashing out." And Shanice, it was like, "No, it's not."
Sorry, lads, you're gonna hear an awful lot of coughing.
No, he was literally. You were on the phone to me earlier on, and you turned your camera around, and it was like lashing. And I turned my camera around, and it was like
Sunny.
so.
Did you know that music? I was like, what? It was like a little blizzard in my estate earlier on.
No.
That's why I'd be like, it's mad. Isn't that just weird? How like even just like a county, like because we're not far from each other. Do you know what I mean? And like one part, it
Was
can be
lashing.
like a different weather to a completely other part that's right beside each other.
If you were in separate counties and I'm in a separate country, you are miles away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. No, but I seen rain come towards me before. I remember I was in my school and we were all on the field. We had like a big field beside the school, and a lot of lads at the school were like, "Oh, it's raining. We have to go back in." And we were like far back in the field, and we were like, "It's not raining," but we could literally just see the rain. It was so mad. It was like some of a movie. We could just see the rain coming towards us. Like it didn't even just start above us. Like there was just like rain
towards.
storm was just coming towards us. It was so mad looking. You don't give a fuck.
No, it's
How
not
did, we
easy
get
like
onto
that.
the, how did we get onto the topic of weather?
I don't know.
Lockdown.
I just remember being that age though and thinking like, fuck, as soon as I'm 18, the idea is getting stapled to the forehead. Like I can't fucking wait to go to the club and party hardy. Like this was my whole like
In the club.
This in the club
You
having
manifested it. You're welcome to party hard.
Yeah, but what like before when I turned 18 I wasn't, and I was
Fair.
fully under the impression it was like, fuck yes, we gotta hit the club, academy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No,
Literally
fuck
2
that
months
half,
before I turned 18, that's when the fucking lockdown came in, and I was like, all right, grand, no worries. And now you would very rarely catch me in the club.
Yeah, I feel like as well because like for me and Braden, like we like turned 18 during lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So like I feel like our people kind of our age aren't mad on the drink because they weren't like straight out into clubs and all.
I had my
But,
18th
like-
birthday party on a house party.
Oh my
Do you remember
God,
Yeah, remember everybody
On the
got
house
locked.
party?
Yeah.
I was
Oh.
essentially sitting in the house on my own getting locked, but I wasn't. Because
We were all
everybody
had a drink.
everybody like everyone was having a drink.
Oh,
that was so
cute.
They were like the best thing and
That
the
was
worst
so
thing.
whole-
Remember the water
wholesome.
we used to all have on them?
Remember you, Bo?
you but no, let's not go there.
Oh God.
No.
Oh God.
That's a torturous
Switch it.
memories. No.
Switch it.
Switch it. House party, we can stay on house
Party. I loved house party.
That was
Remember it was
great.
like that one time when the fella was DJing live on it and everyone was in watching it. Like, yeah, like we're all at a festival.
That was
We're in
great.
the box bedroom. Yeah.
What a time though, like is it mad that we actually lived through a time
That's
We're-
gonna go down in history.
We're going to be in
club
history
was
books.
essentially our box room, like
I don't think there'll be books in the future. I think it's just
Yeah.
gonna be a
We'll
screen.
be on history iPads,
History iPads.
it's your iPads.
History screens.
Google Docs and iPads.
But I feel like lockdown affected people in different ways. I feel like some people thrived in it, and then it like really made other people closed off.
Yeah.
And I obviously understand both sides, but I feel like it's had a mixture of both effects on me. Like in ways, I'm like, I just want to stay at home and like not go out all the time. But then in another breath, I'm like, oh, I'm only going to be this young for so long in my life. I should be making the most of it, going out and partying and all. Like, do you know, in the club? Do you know the way, like, the nightlife in Dublin is just, it's not there anymore. They're like closing clubs and all now. It's
A lot of clubs have closed down, yeah.
Bars,
mad.
cafes,
Clubs and pubs. I seen a
everywhere's
thing.
closing.
As well that they're trying to close a lot of pubs this year as well now
Are they?
because there's too many in like certain towns and all. But
I
we
thought,
used to be out every weekend. Just remember that.
what was it?
I used to be out every
my God,
single
Tramline.
weekend.
Oh my god.
Everywhere.
Tramline,
Used to drag
opium.
Shanice out, remember?
Oh, opium.
Remember
Lads,
opium?
Opium
Oh
used to
my
be the
God.
spot.
Red light.
Oh,
That's where we first met Jazzy actually, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was. That's crazy.
Ah, lads, memories.
I know.
I used to be so bad. I used to be out Thursday, Friday and Saturday.
And I
You
might
used to
ring
be
you and
mad.
I'd
Thursday,
Hello.
Friday, Saturday I used to be out. Now I don't leave my room.
I know.
I love it though. I love I love my own company though as well.
I think that's something that an awful lot of people learned over COVID though as well. Was like
On your own.
you learn to enjoy your own company.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you're
absolutely.
forced to be in your own company, so you've no other choice either as well, don't you?
Oh, 100%. I don't know. I think for me, like lockdown was torturous. You'll remember, like I was just absolutely miserable. There was an awful lot of shit going on
I know.
at that time, and it was heavy enough. But I think especially as like an 18-year-old, you don't really know how to navigate your mental health or anything like that. So, you know, or even like however old, like early 20s, like there's
I
no.
think especially as a boy as well, it'd be so hard for you to kind of,
Oh yeah.
It was hard for you as well because you can't even just leave the house.
yeah.
So when you need to just
Exactly.
get out. you're
Or like be your friends, because we were all splattered all over like different counties, different parts of
yeah,
the county as
forgot
well,
about
just
that.
being like, you can't even ask your friends to go out for a walk. Do you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
I'll meet up
Okay,
and go
radius.
for. Do you know? Yeah.
At that point though, I could barely even talk to my friends. Like an awful lot of my friends, as I was forming this new friend group
Yeah.
with people with like similar interests, I was like being told off my other friends that I've
Oh,
changed.
yeah.
I changed, and like social media has changed me and everything, lads. It changed me for the better.
Yeah,
Like,
I definitely agree
honestly,
with you on
I
that.
think, you know, we all find our own tribe and we all find people with similar interests. And like I'll 100% admit, like, to this friend group that I definitely could have been a bit more kind of attentive and responsive when it comes to like calls and texts and stuff. But like I'm just one, lads, you know me, for like leaving a party early, or like if I want to go home, like I'll leave. But like this really pissed these people off, and this was the whole like you've changed of it all. Whereas if I stay anywhere like past the point where I don't want to, I will just be fucking
You'll
miserable.
just be miserable,
I'll
yeah.
be miserable. So I do that a lot. Please cut this out as much as possible. But yeah, it was pretty brutal, especially when like you're trying to find yourself in a way.
Yeah.
Like I think between the ages of like 18 to 22, they're such like pivotal years where you're proper coming into yourself, you know, you're finding out who you are. And I think anybody at the age of 18 or 19 who says they know who they are is lying.
You're a lawyer.
You know?
Lawyer.
I think an awful lot of us are still finding ourselves, but I think when you throw mental health into the mix and external kind of influences telling you like this is the way you should be, then that's something that's extremely different, and that's something that
Yeah.
can definitely throw a spanner in the works, you know?
Yeah, I definitely empathise with you on the whole like other friends group saying that you've changed.
And no hate to this friend group. No hate to this friend group. I wish them well. That's just how I am. I'd never
Yeah.
have any ill intention for anyone or like wish bad upon anyone.
I think we've all had like bad experiences though when it's come to friend groups that you just know have reached their expiration dates, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe this isn't supposed to be the way it is. The internet's changed you, or what you're doing now has changed you, and it's like, no, I'm like just trying to be better for me. And if you can see that, or if you see that as a challenge or something that you just can't accept, that's not a me problem, then that's a you problem. I'm always open to hear what people have to say, but that doesn't mean that I have to like believe what they're saying either. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, obviously in a way, yeah, I am changing, but you're not supposed to
Don't
stay
drag
the
me
same.
down. Like,
Yeah.
don't drag me down.
You're not
I'm not
supposed to
You're not
stay
meant to
the
have the
same.
same dreams as your best friends. Like,
Yeah.
You're all gonna have different dreams and different goals, and
But not even that, like
if they can't see that, fuck off.
Fuck off.
no, so true. But I think, as I say, between those like ages, like between like your late teens to your early 20s, like your friends from school, you're gonna find separate interests too. Like
Yeah.
stuff happens and you grow apart, but there's no ill intentions there. Like it's amicable, and it's just the way it is.
Oh,
and
big
people
word. What was
people
that?
grow apart.
He speaks very well, doesn't he? You'd be great to listen to you.
I have a
What does
dictionary under
amicable
the
mean?
table, lads.
What's
Chat
amicable?
GPT.
What's amicable?
Amicable means that it's like it's
Mutual,
both sides.
like,
It's mutual. It's a
no
mutual
love
decision.
lost type thing.
Were you a dash school?
I was a dash school.
I wasn't. No, I'm just asking
I
for
actually don't know.
curiosity.
I was a dash school.
I don't think we were a dash school.
And it
I
fucking
don't think I
shows.
was.
Did you ever match up the... Do you ever think you were elite when you had them cartons of milk and they had the race car at the back of it?
Oh my god. Was that my
No.
primary school?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get
Race
cartons of
car.
milk when I was in secondary school.
You didn't get what?
I didn't get cartons of milk when I was in secondary school. I love milk.
I love a glass of milk with me dinner.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like a Carvery. Oh my god, I haven't had a Carvery in so long.
Have you not?
But he gets a Carvery every single Sunday, and it's not fair.
Well, in
Every
fairness,
Sunday.
I hike out and get it every single Sunday. I make it my mission. I will never miss a Sunday dinner.
I'm saying that as
Do you
if,
get
like,
it every Sunday?
Every Sunday. And if
As
it's
you
bank
should.
holiday Monday, then I'll get one on the Monday as well.
Like, Brandon looks after himself. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, that is self-love.
You do.
Every
really
Sunday
is.
he gets a Carvery.
You do.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Jealous.
You have to show yourself a bit of love.
No, I can't even hate because I'm not fucking arse doing that every week.
What?
Going off to get a Carvery, but I do love Carvery. That's like probably one of my favourite dinners.
We need to get driving. We actually need to get
Yeah,
driving.
it's really
Get a
do.
Carvery, I was like, where?
No, yeah, but that as well. The three of us need to get a Carvery one of the days. But we need to get driving. Seriously, I'm sick of this shit. I also...
I'm sick of you. You haven't even done your lessons yet.
What do you mean you're sick of me? I'm sick of the fucking place that won't give
I'm
me
sick
my
of the
license.
place.
I'm sick of the place and the house and the things.
Somebody, right? Tell Shanice, book your lessons because she
I
has...
have my lessons.
Did you not book your lessons like
lessons.
2 years ago?
Shut up, Brandon.
Yeah, stop putting... Do you know,
Have
when
you done your
do you
lessons
know
yet?
when you have one finger, when you're pointing one finger, you have three pointing back at you? Yeah,
No,
so check
I'm
yourself
three-pointed at
before
Brandon.
you wreck yourself.
Tell her, Brandon, stop it. You
Check
listen here.
yourself before you
Listen.
wreck yourself.
You haven't even started your lessons.
No, listen, leave me alone, right?
What is you coming for me?
I already passed my test. This has
coming
nothing to
for
do with me.
I'm still trying to get my license. They gave me the wrong form. Remember I told you they gave me the wrong form to fill out. I sent it off and I was like, my license got lost in the post. So I rang them the other day. I don't know if I said this on the podcast. Rang them the other day and they were like, right, listen, this is the reason why your license hasn't been with you, because we sent you out the wrong form. And I was like, well, that's not my fault, that's your fault, so can you not just send me my license? Anyways,
Brilliant.
I didn't say that to them. I internally said that. I wouldn't say that to them. And they still haven't sent me the form that I need to get signed to go to the guards to send off to get my license. So there's a little update for you.
Just get your lessons. Stop making excuses.
I
Everything
have
she needs to be about
lessons.
6 years.
I have lessons. I just don't have my license. I need my license.
Well, get on top of it. Down to the RSA door and protest
Yeah, and
outside.
you too.
Ah, mate, I had my lessons done.
Yes, so why aren't you driving?
Yeah, why haven't you done your test then?
Will you stop all attacking me? Seriously, babe, stick up for me here, please. Everyone's just coming for me here. Like, I'm just trying to make. Fuck all this. Yeah, no, we need to start driving.
We do, because you're driving about 12 years now, honestly.
Yeah, I need to buy a fucking bus for all the people that I cart around, lads.
Genuinely.
The people that were even asking me for a lift down to EP, I was like, the car's full. Like, sorry.
No shit.
The car's full. No, come here. I give a lift to anybody who
He
asks. But
does,
like,
to be fair.
car's full. Sorry, get your own license.
Oh.
Love yous all though.
To anyone, don't be one car's full, get your own fucking license.
I'm only saying it here because I wouldn't say it to his face. Sorry.
I'll say.
So if you listen to the podcast,
Watch
If
the
the shoe
YouTube
fits.
video because then you'll see me face.
Brandon, you're going to be our passenger princess with me at driving.
Princess.
I promise
Passenger
you that.
princess, Brandon. That's
Brandon is such a nervous passenger princess.
Do you know what it is though? It's when, and you'll understand when you get your licenses, like once you learn how to drive and you do it your own way, you don't trust anybody else when you're driving.
Fair.
Like I judge everybody else's driving just like
I know.
everybody else who has their license would judge my driving. Like it's just
Fair.
the way it is. It's a mutual thing. It's an unspoken thing, but everybody does it. And if you say you don't, you're fucking lying.
So yeah, one of my old mates,
He made that known.
no, like one of my old mates, he used to drive, and but he was a bleeding mad driver. Like,
Yeah.
and Brandon be sitting in the car, and he was just like that.
This fucker would be driving. This fucker would be going from 1 to 100 kilometers an hour in fourth gear in about 10 seconds. And his fucking Golf, like, cartons every single one of us up and down the road, and I would be shitting and thinking,
that-
fuck, the guards are going to be coming after us. I'm going to die, holding on to everything for dear life. I'm like, I'm not making it out of this alive, honestly. I don't know how people do it.
No, that
He was
freaks
caged
me
inside
out.
that car, and his bleeding rally car.
But do you know them people that are like, I may drive crazy, but I'm a safe driver, and it's like
And
you're
then you get in
safe
the car and
until
it's like, I want to drive GDA style.
no, honestly.
Everyone-
Crazy
on
and
it.
safe don't belong in the same sentence when it comes to
No.
cars. You're
No.
either a fucking safe driver or you're not.
But that's how accidents happen. Accidents don't happen on purpose. Do you know what I mean? Like, you think it's not going to happen to you until it does. It's scary. It was so scary being in the car with him and that other fella as well.
I can just see the comments under this video now being like, he's boring fuckers. Like,
You must be so much fun at a party.
yeah, you're fucking...
We are boring.
Yeah,
I'm an
right.
owl one. So
So what? So what? We
Yeah,
are
I'm on
boring,
a-
right?
I'm on-
Sorry, we'd rather live. Thanks.
I choose life.
no, remember we were coming back from the beach one of the days. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, and I think we were coming back from Bray, and we were just driving down the motorway, and this white car flew down. Like, we were in the fast lane.
We were on the M50 and this fucking car just starts weaving in and out
of traffic.
Like,
And I was like,
there's some situations where you're like,
because I could see it in the wing mirror here, and I was like, Brandon, there's like a mad driver that's coming up this road right now, just be careful. And he sped by us in and out, weaving in and out of cars, and I was like, we need to like stay slow behind him, because
not a
my
garden
nerves are
site.
gone.
Not a fucking garden site.
No, he was driving GTA style.
Was I there?
No.
No.
I was going to
Me and
say, I don't
Shanta.
remember that.
Okay, lads, it's time for Sweet or Sour. Daniel's going to read it out.
This week's sweet and sour is, I have a sweet or sour. So I was friends with this girl in school and we got really close, but we were just friends and it wasn't going to be anything else. But whenever we saw each other, she acted like it was a date, and I thought nothing of it until she went around telling everyone I was her boyfriend and that we were having sleepovers and that we had gotten with each other multiple times. So at this point, my whole year was coming up to me asking me about it, so and so, and I was like, what? Never. So then I wrote down all the confession notes and love letters, put them in people's bags, and I made it look like she wrote them. She then started to get everyone confronting her, and the amount of friendships and relationships and talking stages she broke up. Now it's a year later and no one mentions a word about it, and she knows not to spread rumours anymore. So he went around then and wrote all these like fake love letters and confessions and put them in people's bags saying it was from her, because she started that rumour about him.
Sour. I'm gonna say sour. Like if you have a problem with someone who is, yes, like it's not right that this person has gone around saying that she's getting with you, but like call her out on it. Like you don't make a bunch of
I think
letters.
the key message there was ruined a lot of relationships, friendships and situationships there. So probably wasn't the best. I know your head you were probably like, yeah, fuck you, but
I can see where you were coming from, but I think you overstepped the mark a little bit with that one.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry, little bro.
I agree. Anyways, that's the end of today's podcast. If you have any more sweet or sours, please send them in. We love reading them, getting to know what you have to say, stories that you have been through, even though like some of them are wild. If you have any, send them to the Socially Awkward Pod on Instagram. We would love to hear them.
Or Socially Awkward Pod on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yes, or if you want us to talk about any certain subjects, anything that's coming up, let us know. Comment down below if you're watching on YouTube, or text the Instagram page and let us know what you want to hear.
But thank you so much for listening.
This was our little dying EP catch up.
Yeah, I'm going for Chinese now. See you later.
Yeah, I'm going to follow him.
I'm trying to be healthy, so
I'm not.
I won't.
Right. See you later, lads. Bye.